The reason why I put this picture in my portfolio, first of all, is because I really like the black and white contrast, which really makes the picture pop out, as well as the fact that in the lower half of the picture, there's more realistic style with hand texture and shading, in contrast to the upper half of the picture, where there is a fluid transition into a very graphic style with street art influences. What I really enjoy about this mural is that first of all, the various shapes used and utilized into making this picture, as well as the various frameworks that are overlapped over one another, which creates a really nice style when color was added in, and this is why I really like this picture. The interesting part about this picture was that it was one of my very first observational drawings, where I actually incorporated the texture of the steel of the wrought iron in the bottom, in contrast with the pottery texture in the general lamp, as well as the leather texture in the top of the lamp. What I appreciate about this picture even more was that my learning of how to properly use ellipses to convey proportion. What I appreciate about this still drawing was the fact that I utilized the different aspects of, first of all, glass and how it reflects its environment, as well as the nature of lighting and the superposition of different materials such as ceramics and liquids, as well as the texture of the oranges. The watercolor in this work also is very much appreciated. This is one of my original architectural drawings, where I first utilized the perspective, drawing the building from an upper perspective. As you see, I used superposed vanishing points which are not on the same line of the horizon to give an intriguing effect. I also appreciate the watercolor usage to give more texture to the drawing and to the different perspectives of the picture. What I really like about this architectural picture was that of the amount of detail that was put into making this drawing. What I also like is the different materials used in this modern building, such as wood, cement, as well as rocks and plants. Another thing that I really like is the perspective of the viewer, where he is looking up at the building from a very interesting perspective. In this interior design drawing, I was experimenting with the living room in my own home, where I was trying to replace different furnitures in my house with other ones, while still keeping the realistic vibe about the drawing of the interior of my living room. What I like about this architectural building was that it represents a very modern building that is at the same time very harmonious with the natural environment around it. I also really like the poles that are used as a foundation for the different walls of the house, and as well as the pencil gives it a very interesting beauty. What I like about this reproduction of La Guernica by Pablo Picasso is that I tried to put my little twist upon it by changing the certain shapes and by playing on the colors, which are very much different than the original painting. I really like it because it depicts the savageness of war and the ravaging destruction of its nature. What I really like about this unfinished reproduction of Van Gogh's portrait was the way he uses the movement in his paint strokes, and how each one changes the painting in its own unique way, as well as how I watched the painting grow as I was painting every stroke and change to resemble Van Gogh even more as I paint. What I really love about this about this portrait mural in my room was that I was just trying to experiment with the various nature of colors and how I was mixing cold and warm colors together to form a very harmonious setting for the deformation of the face, which was very heavily inspired by African masks, and as well as the third eye in the middle, which has been put there for spiritual reasons. What I love about this painting that I did quite a while back was how it reflects how the deep darkness and the raging red of this painting reflected my state of mind at that time, and how the anger and the insanity in the portrait's eyes reflected what I felt at that moment. And also, I really like the spilling effect that also gives a sense of madness. What I really like about this painting is that it really resonates with me. It really depicts the calmness of the ocean as well as the raging red yet so soothing of the sky. I really liked the way I used the knife to draw the little waves and the mountains in the background, as well as I really love the structure, the dark structure on the right of the painting, which gives the painting a whole mystery to it. What I really like about this painting of a lake in the mountains is how I was able to show such depth in the picture, and how the raging sun reflects on the purple clouds in the sky, and how the water reflects the sky, and as it gradually gets lighter, the deeper you go. And the little boat on the lake, I was put there to be so small to show the grandness of the landscape that I was painting.